Good morning and welcome to the CBS Week Ahead Report. I'm David Combe on this 21st of June, filling in for Jonathan Barrett, who is over in Singapore on business. Much warmer, I suspect, than this cold and foggy Sydney morning that we had, but certainly not evidence of that in the local markets, with in particular the Nikkei up strongly this morning. Our local market supported as well. And certainly it appears that China's signal to end the Yuan fixed rate to the dollar has proven to be very supportive of local markets. So let's go and have a look at exactly what's taking place. And certainly on Market Watch, China loosens grip on Yuan as the headline item there, news item there. And over in Bloomberg, we can see that the Nikkei is now up 1.55%, the Topix 1.6%, and the Hang Seng a slightly more muted 0.74%. Certainly, I guess on the Japanese front, as one of Japan's biggest trading partners, any further signs of domestic consumption would be a good thing. So. Certainly moving up there strongly. Also, while we stay on the China theme, interesting to see that the Qatar Investment Authority, which already owns stakes in financial institutions like the Credit Suisse Group and Barclays, and of course recently made headlines when they announced that they had purchased Harrods for £1.5 billion and a stake in Volkswagen last year, have announced that they will be taking part in the China Agricultural Bank IPO. That expect that they'll take around $2.8 billion in that IPO. Okay, let's have a look here at some of what's going on in the commodities space. Just wait for this to load up. And while that does load up, I could certainly mention that the Aussie dollar is also up strongly. What we didn't, okay, it's coming up now. And there we have it. So up from around 87, a bit over 87 cents on close of trade on Saturday morning to get up above 88. It's since pulled back a little bit here, and maybe we'll see this gap filled over coming days. Looking at the US dollar index, continue to see that trend down. I expect that in light of any other real solid technical signals here that it may continue to do so. Certainly we're not seeing a significant reaction here to the news out of China. In terms of what's going on in metals, silver's had a really good run here. It's now trading at $19.16, and expect that there's no reason why that couldn't trade up to that recent high, up just under $20 in pretty soon. Looking at gold, now broken above that key technical level of 1250, so trading at 1256. This could be a position where you would look to get set and have stops perhaps below 1250. Would be one way to play this if this proves to be a breakout. Locally on the SPY, we've started to come off from this morning's initial opening, and of course there is a little bit of a gap to fill under this 45.88 level. Otherwise, next stop will be up at 46.60 as a potential trading range, perhaps over the next few days through to the rest of this week. Soft commodities, one of the grains that we're looking at, and certainly hope to be issuing a warrant for it, is the rough rice futures, which is down here around the $11 level. Certainly a lot of support in going back to 2007, around the $10 level, and we would look to get set on that in the next few days. We'll let everyone know. Over into the energy space, we have natural gas doing a little bit of consolidation here around the $5 level, but certainly would think that that's going to be pretty well bid on the back of Obama's announcements on seeking cleaner energy sources, and of course the BP spill. Moving on to crude, continuing to work higher here at 78.18, and really can't see much reason why $80 isn't achievable in the reasonably short term. So just recapping, the China story is the big one this morning, certainly for our markets. Other news locally is of course the Telstra NBN tie-up, which had it trading up nearly 10% on the open in New Zealand this morning. So that still has to be approved by shareholders to vote on that agreement. In other news was the sad potential tragedy concerning the Sundance executive team on a flight in West Africa to inspect one of their resources, and that included the chairman, the CEO, the company secretary, and 3 non-executive directors. So very tragic news there. Moving on to economic calendar and what we can expect for the remainder of this week. First half of the week is mostly Canada, the US and the UK. Consumer prices out of Canada tomorrow. FOMC meeting on Wednesday, Bank of England minutes as well. Then through to Thursday we have some more US data out on a rates decision from the Fed, New Zealand GDP numbers, US durable goods orders for May, which should be reasonably significant, and then Friday Japanese consumer price index figures, and Europe says USD gross domestic product, and Canada has some data coming out on Sunday and Monday as well. So that about wraps up the week ahead report. Thanks for your attention. Have a great day.